Well, my friends, Mike here with Mike's Wilderness. It is January 18th, 2021. We're still in the midst of the pandemic, and it is also Martin Luther King Memorial Day, or in memory of day, service day, whatever. And I had the day off, so had a chance to get out here, do some hiking for Monday. It's about 3 o'clock and 20, 21 degrees, something like that. I'm kind of at my usual jumping off point here, looking down into the gorge that is the Minneopa Creek. I'm just trying to get some starting footage here. Not going to be a real long hike today, but yeah, weather-wise, we had some snow a couple of days ago, and with it came some freezing rain. So the trails are a little slick, but we didn't get enough to make it even worth trying out the snowshoes yet. So I'm walking on a little bit of a glaze and almost wished I had some cleats or something. Anyway, that's what it is for today, and we're going to get on with the hike, and hopefully we'll find some adventure. But otherwise, we'll make it short and call it a day. Just got to get out and explore. All right, take care and catch you in a bit. Well, I always like freshly fallen snow for some of the things that you could play with. Here we have a boot track or shoe track going in one direction, and the other one going the opposite. And then right above it, a couple of holes left by what appear to be trekking poles with small baskets. And this could be the same person. In fact, I think it is, because there's some telltale sign in the heel print there, where there's a couple of holes or whatever that appear on both sides. And so I think this person went out and then came back on this same trail. And yeah, it's kind of fun. You know, another thing you can do is I'll plant my foot next to it, and there, now you can see my boot print next to it. I'm wearing about a size 12 in my Keen boot, and so it would appear that that's maybe a narrow in the possible size 8 to 10. Could be hard to tell. It's not a deep impression. Could be a well, it could be a woman or a man. But yeah, it's kind of fun to follow tracks and just to try to identify. They go off in that direction, and then over here we've got some animal tracks. Looks like something hopped on 2 feet. It goes off over to that tree. And there are some deer tracks around here. Leaves have filled in a little bit with snow, but they go off in that direction. So I'm going to do a little bit more playing, but that's a little bit about identifying tracks and following things. It's a good game to play. Here's another couple of tracks. This appears to be some kind of tennis shoe or running shoe, possibly. It looks not quite grippy enough for a boot. And then this one here is kind of a waffle honeycomb pattern in it, and it's fairly narrow and long. That might be a running shoe of sorts also. Hard to imagine people being out in this weather with just lightweight shoes like that. Possibly no ankle support. Anyway, we'll keep racing them down. Kind of the next thing that you do with tracks is follow them to a destination. It would appear that most of these people hiked out to this point, and they basically stop about right there. Looks like they just stood around for a little while, went back and forth. I'm guessing looking down into the Minneopa Gorge to see the creek down there. it is a beautiful view. There's no doubt there's a good reason for coming out here, but basically the tracks don't go anyplace. They just turn around here and go back. So, yeah. It's all about trying to tell the story by reading the tracks. You see how large they are. See if sometimes I even meet people along the trail and I can readily recognize where they've been because I can identify their shoe prints to the snow or the sand or the mud or whatever that they were in. It's always kind of fun. Alright, let's keep going. As long as we're on the topic of tracking and trailing, let's touch a little bit on direction finding. Now this isn't a hard and fast set rule, but as you can see, this tree has some branches coming off pointing to the left as I scan up, and it turns out that to my left is basically south, and of course the branches are seeking out or trying to find the most sunlight. And yeah, here's another tree here. Again, a lot of branches going off, going towards the south, all the way up, and beyond that we have more trees, more branches trying to find the sunlight to the south. Not sure if it's real obvious, but scan in here a little bit. So yeah, that's something to look for when you're out and about, if you're trying to find a rough direction. See which direction the tree branches are going. Alright, moving on. Of course, if you see a large amount of foot traffic activity in the snow, there may be a reason for it, and this spot has a lot of footprints, and sure enough, right there you can see the end of an ammo box. That is the park's geocache. People fighting very hard to hide it with birch bark and leaves and things. And yeah, I'm not sure. I suppose the tracks probably tell you that something is in this area, but anyway, I have to give people applaud their efforts, at least trying to keep it a little secret. What a gorgeous day. I do often wonder how this happens, but yeah, somebody has lost their running shoe. Looks like a Nike in group camp number 1. But yeah, that's not all. Let me show you another interesting. Looks like we also have somebody has lost their beanie. I don't know if we're going to find a naked hiker out there someplace, but if they keep losing pieces of clothing, it, yeah, would be not a good thing in this weather. Anyway, I think it's almost time to call it a day. I'm going to go wrap this up. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're coming up on here. Something orange. I think it is an orange. I'm not sure where it came from, but it sure showed up. No, it's some kind of a pumpkin. It's actually got some kind of pumpkin seeds inside. Interesting. Huh. Finding that out in the wild, that's a little weird. That bright orange against that snow. Yeah, well, we'll leave it. Some animal will probably want to eat it. Well, my friends, it is now 4 o'clock, and been out here hiking. I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of the tracking and trailing and the following the signs in the snow, freshly fallen snow, both human and animal. I think the real lesson in it sometimes is being aware of what's around you and your surroundings. Situational awareness. It's a good thing to practice. It's a good thing to know what's there, both human and animal, and whether there's a blood trail or a debris trail of some sort, or following even the smoke in the air or the sounds can tell you a lot about the area. There's a lot of clues as to what the resources are and what is around you. Anyway, thanks for coming out with me. Be sure to get out and get dirty. Hope you're all staying safe and enjoying it. And be sure to like and subscribe. And I will catch up with you guys the next time around. Hopefully we'll have more adventure. All right. Bye-bye.